All right. So let's start. So before starting, any doubts in yesterday's class, about security, how to create users, give them permissions, access wise, anything, any questions?
No, no, not.
All right, let's start then. Today, so yeah, sorry. So today it's about a job type called pipeline. So you might have heard this very commonly, CI/CD pipeline or pipeline, Jenkins pipeline, something. This is the major, contribution or I don't say contribution, majorly people use this concept called pipeline. Of course, Jenkins also have pipelines. There are some other tools which also provides pipelines. But what is pipeline? That's the first thing, right? That first thing we need to understand what exactly is a pipeline. To keep it simple, let's say you have set of tasks that you want to automate. So what we did until now, we created a job, a freestyle job, added our Git option, and below that in build step we have added Sonar test and Maven build, push artifact to Nexus repository and deploy to a Tomcat. These are the steps, right, that we did. So how we did through freestyle job. This is the job freestyle. And below you can see pipeline. See here. The pipeline, it's one of the kind of job, let's say, or project to keep it simple. To do the same thing as whatever we did so far using freestyle or any other. So with pipeline is nothing but one of a job or set of process, let's say, to do whatever we did so far. But the difference is we use a code. We will write a code in order to do the task. So we'll write a code. So let's say here in the job, these are all normal freestyle jobs. Let's go to configure. Here we select the options, right? We select the option, git something, blah blah, something, and build triggers or build steps. We select this option. We do some target, something, whatever it is, and we save it. These are all we are using through GUI of Jenkins, correct? But now the same thing we'll be doing with the help of pipeline. So what we do is same. We do checkout, we do test, we do build, we deploy, blah blah. Everything is same, except the way we do it is different. The way we do it is different. Here in the pipeline, we write the scripts. We write the scripts and we keep it like, whatever the task we write in a code format. That's what we call pipeline as a code. Pipeline as a code. Whatever the task. See, I showed you, if you remember, build pipeline, just upstream, downstream job. That is also one of the pipeline. What it will show you? It will show you a clear view, right? What's happening, where exactly currently it's running. What is the upstream job, what is the downstream job, right? Similar way, this is also a pipeline which will give you the advantage of to show you clearly what's happening, to show you exactly where it's failed or where it's got success, where it got stuck. So with the pipeline, you can able to see or find these things easily. So for that we write a script, and within the script we define all our tasks. I mean whatever we want to write. So got it. So now we for the script we use something called Groovy. Don't worry about the script. It's very easy. You can understand. I mean, because everything follows the pattern, right? Every script, it can be anything. It follows a pattern. Even Jenkins also in these pipelines, we follow a specific pattern. So once you practice it maybe a couple of times, you will get it. But it's not a big deal. So yeah, that's what like what is pipeline like? It's we can say set of process or simply whatever the task we do normally using freestyle jobs, we'll be doing the same with pipeline. But why? Why it is required? I mean, see, uh, we are creating, sorry, this one, we are creating freestyle jobs, correct? And here, there we are doing, deploying every task, right? Correct? So it's fine. I mean, all good. We can check out until from checkout, we deploying our code to, code to somewhere, some server. But why suddenly pipeline is required now? One thing is, let's take a couple of scenarios. So first thing, let's say I got a requirement that um, I want to deploy 200 servers through this uh, job which we have freestyle. I want to do them parallelly. So here, let's go to job. This is the job, right? The post build actions. This is one deploy or a react to container. Something we define something, blah blah blah. Context path something, whatever it is. We added the container tomcat 9. So now some URL. Now one is done. See now I want to deploy another one. See it's not possible. The option is hidden. See here. I can select it. Only one we can deploy. I want to deploy multiple. How? How to do it with this existing job? Not possible. Correct? That is one scenario. I mean, we cannot handle multiple applications with this one job, multi-application task with this one job. Let's say I want to build twice. We can build it, no problem. But I don't want to repeat my code. I mean, I don't want to repeat my configuration, what I did. Let's say, simple example. Let's go here. Maven targets. We gave something. Let's something, whatever it is. Again, we give 100 servers. Did you select like this 100 times? It's a repetitive task, right? I don't want to do like that. Correct? I don't want to do a repeated task. Another thing, I want to control each and every work, each and everything, with my job. And there is one more thing. So I want to add some conditions to this job. Let's say I want to run this pipeline. If only if, as an example, let's say only if it is started by some guy, some user. If I start the job, it should run. If other guy start the job, it should not run. I mean, as an example, I'm just saying a condition. Let's say this job should trigger automatically when when only I mean usually when branch will when there are changes in the branch it will trigger, right? But it should not run. Or let's say another scenario to keep it simple. I have three branches. You remember we decided the branching strategy, feature branch, develop, master or release and master like this one. So I want to create one job for all of the branches. As of now, if you see here, we select this, we credentials whatever, and we give the repository here, correct? So only one branch we can add branches like this. There is no issue. But my requirement is with one job, if I let's say if I push to master, only master has to be built. It should check out the master code and it should build it. Let's say develop. If someone pushed to develop, it should check out the only develop code out of all these four branches and build it. And one more thing I got is each and every branch have a different set of environment variables. It should take it. Will it work like this? As a single job, no, it won't work. So you have to create separate jobs. You have to create separate. How many jobs you will create like that? Thousands, hundreds. The branches may increase, keep on increasing. So how do you do that? So that's where these pipeline comes to overcome these disadvantages. But how can you do with pipeline? As I told you, we are writing the pipeline script, right? Using Groovy script, using Groovy language. What are some common things in every programming language that you see? Let's say Java, Python, Ruby. Every programming language, there will be common things that you see. The core part of it, conditions, loopings, the classes, functions. So these are all the common things that you see in every programming language. Like, let me tell again. The common things, let's say in Python or Java, anywhere, whatever you see is these things. These are called core programming. Variables, obviously, you'll see variables in language and conditions, loopings, functions, classes. These are all very common things. I mean, not very common things. It will be present in each and every language, no matter what. So, since we are writing the script, we can able to make use of all those advantages of programming language. So, what is the advantage of programming language? These things, let's say, conditions are there. We can add conditions in the pipeline job, so that what happens based on the condition, it'll run the pipeline, it'll run the job. If the condition fails, it won't run. Imagine the same scenario in this currently freestyle job. Can you add a condition anywhere? No, there is no option for that. That is one thing. And another thing called looping. Let's say loops. I want to loop through multiple, items or something like that. I want to do that. Can you add a looping here? No. Looping, as an example, I'll say that I created a job. I want to install multiple packages with apt install something. How do you do? How do you do it now? Where is build step go execute shell? You can write like this to keep it simple. Some packages, something whatever it is. Instead of that, we can add a looping here so that the package names will be common, and with one command we'll install all those the loopings. We can write functions, we can write classes. The advantage of them is we don't repeat the tasks. We don't repeat the tasks. Whatever we're doing, we don't repeat it. So just a single time, or we'll be writing as a code and we'll be reusing the same code every time. Even our scenarios in our organization, what we did is we have a pipeline script, a template. So we'll use that same thing for every a new requirement. Let's say someone developer came to, hey, I want to create a pipeline. So we'll take that as an example. Okay, this is already there. Reuse it and work on it. So like that, we'll be using the pipeline script. Why you may understand why the pipeline, I mean, why the name pipeline? If you see a normal pipe, let's take a water pipe. There will be a starting and ending, right? And the water will flow through that, correct? So as a set of, it's like a single line, right? The water, I mean, the pipe usually be in a big one. So it will be in a single line. It will flow through the pipe from the starting and ends in the big, I mean, starts in the beginning and ends at the end. So the flow, you'll know the flow. Here also, like once you start the pipeline, once the pipeline ends, whatever the flow within the pipeline, you can see that clearly. You can figure out where exactly it's blocked, where exactly, you can find the bugs easily also. I'm thinking maybe that's why the pipeline name came. There's nowhere it's like the example what I told. I'm just giving an example why the pipeline name. But pipeline is like a single line. You have to understand that it's a single line, where we control each and every step of that line, and we control that. We can have a clear view of what's happening. Let's say now in this job, one of the example I'll say, it failed for some reason. Let's say for some reason, I don't know why. How do you find out? You have to go to console, or let's say there is nothing inside the job. If it is failed, see, you have to go to console output and you have to see, okay, where it's failed, what is it, blah, blah, blah. But in the pipeline job, it will show you the view clearly here. I mean, it's not a, let me create a pipeline job. It will show you very clearly. So based on that, you'll understand. I'll create a sample pipeline. Don't worry, I'll explain the every syntax. But for now, just try. We'll see. I'm just writing something. Don't worry about it. I'll explain. So I'm just building it. Now you'll see why an advantage. Wait. First time it needs to get success. I purposely made it. So now I'll build the pipeline. Let's wait. Refresh it. Why it not? Maybe it takes time. Shit. But yeah, let me show you here. As an example, yeah, like this. This is how it will show you. See, this is the best example. Here, live example is not working. So this is a problem sometimes. This is how it will show you usually. See, here, is it not easy to figure out where exactly it's failed? How each and every stage, I mean, each and every step which we added took it. See here, building, integration, test something, test functional load, whatever it is, approval, deploy something here, doing the same thing, but whatever we did, right? I mean, like in the freestyle job, right? First we checked out at the on top, came down, add a build step. I mean, in the build step, first add Sonar, next add, this one, what is it? Maven, next add Nexus, next deploy in the post actions, we deploy to Tomcat, and after that, we sent an email. Correct? Same thing. Will it show like this? I mean, with this, sorry, with a freestyle job, show you the output like this? No, it won't show. You have to go to console output. You have to figure it out where exactly it's failed. But with the advantage with the pipeline is it will show you what's exactly happening. What's exactly happening, where it's happening. So let's say you ran the job, it's taking 15 minutes or something. As an example, I'm just saying. You can see in which stage exactly it is, in which step, I mean, exactly it is taking time like this. Correct? That's how we use the pipeline. I mean, that's when the advantage it will bring us. There is another Well, let's see the pipeline first. There is a small thing for that. We can use that. No problem. That's okay. So that's about like why pipeline. What is pipeline? And I wrote something. If you remember, let me add something. What is that? How I wrote that. That we'll see now. So let's see how the pipeline syntax. Oh, sorry. Before going into the syntax, let me tell you there are two types of pipelines. There is something called a scripted versus declarative. Scripted pipeline and declarative. Scripted pipeline and declarative. These two types are there. What are the differences? I never heard of it. What is it means? The differences is in little syntax only. The main difference is in syntax. In scripted pipeline, you'll be using Groovy language in both, but in scripted pipeline you'll be using more of it. Groovy based scripting will be there. But in declarative pipeline, it will be like, the predefined structure will be there. So it will be easy for you to write a declarative pipeline job. Easy to write for beginners and maintain. And other thing is like, other difference is like, as I told you, the syntax, the way we define our tasks, that is different. Let's not confuse you, with this by saying this first. But I just want you to know for first, there are two types of pipelines, scripted and declarative. How we differentiate means you will know once you practice any of this. The other one you'll know by it or automatically. You can compare two things, right? When you know one. So in our class, we'll be discussing declarative pipelines. Let's see how declarative pipeline syntax is and how we write it, how we use it. Got it? So it's as I told you, right? So what is declarative pipeline is first. It's one of the type from the Jenkins pipeline, and it's like a predefined. It gives you predefined idea or clear structure for you, so that it will be easy for you to understand. Anyone, let's say, eh, there's a guy, let's say all of you, I think, are very new to DevOps. Even for you, it will be very easy to know these declarative pipelines because how it looks like is block by block, stage by stage. Like this, let's say we have you went to some community or some what is a layout. All houses will be in line, right? Obviously, if you went to any layout, every house will be in line. Apartment will be on top to bottom, but that's not. Or you can take that also, top to bottom or bottom to top to bottom, let's say, or bottom to top. Every everything will be in a structure. So it will be easy for you to find out. Okay, this is B block. In this B block, room number one or two, something like that. Even if it is line by line, oh, this first house, second house, third house, you'll understand it easily. Similar way here also, in the sorry, what is in this declarative pipeline, it's easy to understand because it is given you the clear syntax of block by block. But all you have to make sure is when you open something, you have to close it. Do remember that. When you open something, you have to close it. Let's write our syntax. Where to write? Simply you can open Google online Groovy compiler. JDoodle, which this is the one which I use generally, but you can use anything. There's nothing really. So this is, will just show me, just gives you something like this. Oh, it changed from last time I used. I can't even write here. Okay, where to write? Let me just. One minute. Oh, so I can't even write here. Let's go to another website. It was very good, but yeah, we can't do anything. So here we can take this or any other thing. Tutorial point is there. Guru ID, Guru, so many are there. Whatever you're comfortable with. This is obviously not working, so you can't do anything. Whatever you're comfortable, you can use it. But yeah, the one which I opened, yeah, see, this is also you can use. Tutorials point. It'll be easy. So let's see how the syntax starts. It's very basic. You'll understand. So the declared pipeline starts with pipeline. Pipeline, pipeline. And of course, open the brace. A point I told you, if you open a brace, you have to close it somewhere. First, let's see the closing or later. Now, my requirement is, I just want to print something, echo hello world or something in the pipeline. Let's see how this works. Just one task. Later we can go for multiple. So pipeline, see automatically it's closed, but let's remove it. So next what you have to define is where you want to run this pipeline. First is pipeline, obviously Jenkins understand, okay, this is a pipeline, declare it a pipeline. Next is where you want to run, which node you want to run. We have nodes, right? Remember. So I want to run this in master. So how you do it? Agent. This is agent. Any runs in any available node, mostly master. Or if let's say we have node one, if you want to run this in node one, what you do is open the brace, label, brackets, node, the label of the node, and obviously space, close, open it, close it, or you can close in another line like this also. It's also fine. Or you can, same line also fine. So pipeline, run this in this node. What to run? There is something called stages. We define stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four like this. So we'll define what should happen in each and every stage. So stages, I'm writing a stage, right? Open the stage, close this, and the first stage, something, print something, printing. This is the name which I give for the stage. Open the brace, and what we have to write inside. Why I want to write a task, right? So that's why you call it steps. Open the steps, remove this, close the steps, like write your command. This is my task I wanted to perform. That's it. Now, first thing I did, I opened a pipeline. I haven't closed, obviously. I will close it. And I told where the pipeline should run. In this agent, it seems, not one agent. I don't have this agent. If you don't have any agent, let's keep it any. It'll run in master. And next, we have decided, okay, where to run. What is this and where to run. Next, what to run. I want to run a task, some echo command. This is just print statement in Linux. Since this is my Linux server, so I'm just writing it. So I opened the stages. Stages, plural, means you can write multiple stages. But for now, we are writing only one, but we can write multiple, no problem. So I opened the section. Stage, if you want to do any task in pipeline, you have to create a stage. Let's say I want to print something. I opened a stage. And inside the stage, there will be something called steps. So inside the step, you have to write your original task. Let's say I have two tasks. You open another stage. Let's say I have three, you open three stages. But for now, let's keep it 1. So now my task is done here. Now it's over, right? I mean, now start closing it. Steps are closed. See, now stage are closed. Now stages is closed. Pipeline is closed. If you see all the things, I mean, it's not a programming, uh, I mean, sorry, it's a small trick I would say to you. Just blindly remember it. Where it started, that's where it should close. The see pipeline started here. The when first letter I closed it. Stages started. See the first letter I closed it. Same line. See the lines. You can see the lines also. See step started, step closed. So just it's a blind trick. Just doing under that. Where it's open, it should be closed. Now if you see here, these are all like a structure, right? It's like a folder inside a folder inside a folder inside a folder like this. Like this, you will write a pipeline script. Let's copy this. Go to your job, create a job, pipeline one something. Select the pipeline job, click OK. Remaining general section is common. If you see, there's all I'm saying. Advanced options. Sorry, build triggers also you see same. Now in the pipeline, if you come to pipeline, you will see the script like this. First, I'll tell you what the remaining thing, but first thing is script. Paste the script and save it. It's saved. Maybe let's try build. It's not showing. It's betraying us, but yeah, build is done. See, if you see the output is different here. Stage and it's printing something. End of the pipeline, start of the pipeline. See, running in obviously master. As I showed you a photo, right? It will show here clearly the stage, wave stage, but it's not showing. That's okay. Let's see. But what? But is it understand? I mean, is the syntax okay? So if you start something, you got to close it, and it will be like this subfolder wise. Let's say you want to open another stage. What happens? Here is the stage closed. Yeah, stage open, stage closed, right? Just enter another stage. Right after closing the stage, you have to open another stage. Stage name, print again, something, whatever it is. You can give any name. It's not does not matter. Steps, echo something. This is second stage. That's it. Stage closed, stage open, stage closed, steps open, steps closed. Just copy it. Configure, blah blah. Paste it. Done. Let's build now. It's done. In second stage. Like this, you can add n number of stages. Even you can add parallel stages also. Even you can add post actions also. You can add post build actions. Same thing, right? We have in what is that? In the freestyle job, right? Same thing you can add. Where to add the post build actions? Once our build steps are done. It means once other stages are done, now you can add post actions. Post stage, it means post actions, post build. After the build tasks are done, we have to add. After stages here, we have to add. How to add? Simply post. Let's say when to, what you want to do here. There are three things here in the post. Post actions is like what happens after the build, right? What to do. So this post will be depends on you generally. I mean, even freestyle also, this post will be depends on like build whether the success or failure or the build of the build. So you have to give either success. Let's say if it means if the above one, if the above the stages are success, what should do? Let's say I'll print something echo success something. I'll write something. If above is failure, what I should do? Echo failure. There is something called always. It means whether it's failure or success, it will do this task. Now, if it is success, it will print success and always for us. If it is failure, it will print both. You can, I mean, it's not mandatory to use post actions or not mandatory to use all these three things, your wish. And I want to tell one more thing. Here, I'm just using print statement just to give you some understanding of how pipeline structure looks like. So in this echo statements, there will be our task. Let's say here git checkout task will be there. Here sonar task will be there. Here sending an email task will be there. We'll do all those things tomorrow. But for today, we'll understand the basic syntax of pipeline, how it works. So let's copy this, go here, save it, save. Let's build it. I know why this won't work. I'll tell you. But for now, it failed. See, spelling wrong. So this is the thing. We wrote everything, but I missed the spelling. Go to success, SUCC, right? Double C. Correct. Now let's see. Build now. Come on. Yes, it's got success. Is first stage, second stage, and if you see, always printed, success printed. If it is success, let's purposefully write, some wrong thing. Maybe write some, remove something. Hmm. Let's try. It will show syntax error. That's it. It won't fail. It shows syntax error. See, because the command should be wrong. Maybe let's try something else. Let's try here. You will also see. Instead of this, what to write which fails purposely. Hmm. What is there? Do you know anything? We have it should fail something. Something. Hmm. What is there? What is there? Maybe yeah. Let's write. So there is something called in the pipeline. There is something called error. Something. Let me write it. Sorry. Stage. Control Z. There is something called like this error. It means just failing. Something. Whatever it is. Blah, blah. Now let's copy. Let's see. I mean, why I'm trying this? It will fail if there is any error in this command or something. But I don't have. I'm not writing anything here. But today that's it. It's failing. Ah, sorry, sorry. Success I didn't change here. It's running. I'm failing purposely. See, failure. The pipeline got failure for some reason. Now, see the post actions like this. Like this, you write a syntax. I mean, is it really that hard? I mean, if it is hard, let me know to understand because it's following a defined structure. Pipeline open, pipeline closed. Within the pipeline, we define the stages. Within the stage, we give a stage name, steps inside the see the tasks. Inside the see the task. Once the stage is closed, we can open another stage like this. There is something called parallel stages also. I mean, you can write, parallel stages is like if you define, I mean, let's say you want to run multiple stages, multiple tasks parallelly at the same time. You want to start them at the same time. But this pipeline won't work. This syntax won't work because it will run one after the other. First, it will run print, first stage, second stage, or fourth like that. But if you want to run parallelly, let's say this print again, I want to run parallelly. You can do it. That is also there. There is something called parallel section. Simple. Let me write it. Simple. There is something called like parallel. Parallel section, and keep close the parallel section. Keep the stages inside that. That's it. Now these stages will run parallel. Let's say now I'll write another stage. Step echo outside parallel. Now what happens? I have three stages overall, but two stages will run parallelly. It means it will run at a time, same time, parallelly, simultaneously. And this once this stage is done, this will start. This will run. And yes, this parallel should be inside this stage. I missed it. So, but how to see parallel? I mean, we can't see this view anything, right? Don't worry. The plugin is missing. We have to install the plugin. I remember that. It is failed. Hello, this is failing. Obviously, it will fail because we gave the error syntax over there. Let's remove that. Save. It will get success. It will get success. And these are running parallel. Of course, you can't see here, but I'll show you. I'll show you. Don't worry. Mhm. The pipeline stage view. This is the plugin we need. Now it will come down. Don't worry. Success. Go to job. See, for us also it's came. Parallel here also it won't show properly. I'll show you another plugin which commonly used. But this how see now you can find it easily, right? Where it's failed. It's failed in print again somewhere. Let's just hover to this one. You'll find the option logs. Click on the logs. You'll see what's happening. Of course, there is no error because we failed it purposely. But this how you see the stages. See, sorry, this how you see it. Based on your stages, this it'll add the boxes like this. See, these are all our stages. Parallel stage. Within the parallel, we have to print again. And without parallel, outside the parallel stage, and post actions we have. See, like this. We have 10 stages, it will show you 10 boxes. Like this, it will be easy to figure out this. And there is one more plugin. Let me show you. Called Blue Ocean. People use Blue Ocean also. Actually, this is a plugin which will give you a complete different view of Jenkins and Jenkins pipelines. Blue Ocean. Oh, there are so many. Let's try this. I don't remember the plugin name exactly, but yeah, let's try. It's success. Let's see. Hopefully, it should come. Nope, not here. I'll tell you how I found out whether it came or not. Yes, Blue Ocean. Sorry, this one. And of course, the dependencies. See, so many dependencies are there. It'll install everything, even though I mean it's required for them to in order to run the plugin. It won't ask for SR or something like that. Let it finish. Let it. It's done. Now go to dashboard. See, open Blue Ocean. I was looking for this option earlier. If you see this, means it's there. It's installed. Blue Ocean is completely give you see like this a completely different view of it of Jenkins, and the pipelines is pretty much different also. Let's go to our pipeline. See sample. These are our pipelines. These are how many times we ran. Let's go to the ninth one, the latest. See how the view is, and of course you see parallel section. See print again. These are stage names obviously. See parallel sections, right? And without parallel section after that. If there is no parallel section, it will show you line by line. Let's go to maybe this one sample pipeline. See line by line like this. Parallel means it will show you like that. Below. This is how pipeline looks like generally, right? Start, end, and the flow. Got it? Hmm. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry. See like this. See, that's how the pipeline looks like. See, isn't it cool? I mean, this thing. You can rerun it here with this rerun option. You can settings option. Logout is there. I mean, if you click on this arrow mark, you'll go to normal Jenkins. See like this. You want to go to pipeline again? Simply open Blue Ocean. See, that's it. You want to go back? Click on this arrow mark. This is the classic UI. That is Blue Ocean UI. That's the difference. See how cool it is, with the pipeline. With the normal, what is that? I forgot. Freestyle job. You don't get all these things. But you may ask, like, so do people don't use freestyle jobs? They still use it, yeah. People use pipeline, people use freestyle. It depends on whatever they are comfortable with, whatever they're okay with, or based on their requirement. We are using both freestyle, pipeline are there. Freestyle we are using for automation tasks. And automation means we have scripts, hundreds of scripts. We want to run, hourly ones, weekly ones, daily ones like this. So for that we are using freestyle. For application deployment, CI and CD process, we are using pipelines. CI and CD pro. That's what the software development lifecycle we have discussed so far before Jenkins. So for that we are using pipelines. Got it? So tomorrow we'll see our task. How to check out, how to. I don't say fully. I'll say maybe until I'll do checkout. We'll discuss about how to do sonar analysis in pipeline, how to do Maven task, maybe how to do Nexus also, if it is possible, if there is a time. Remaining task, let's say, sending a mail, obviously we'll see it. If I miss anything tomorrow, like let's say deploying Tomcat, or let's say if I miss something like push the artifacts to Nexus, you have to do it by yourself. And then only you'll know it. Simply just watching. If I tell everything, I mean not everything, you just by heart it, so it won't work like that. You take up a scenario. That's why I'm giving you a scenario. Tomorrow I'll give it. I mean, write or figure out, Google it, use ChatGPT. It's not wrong to use ChatGPT. Figure out the syntax and use it and try to do it. But until then, until tomorrow, do practice this sample thing at least. Remaining we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. All right. Is it clear? Any doubts in today's class? This is the most common. I mean, sorry, I want to tell you one more thing before. Pipeline is the most common word used in DevOps. And Jenkins is not only the tool which provide the pipelines. GitHub also have the pipelines. Do you know? Have you checked out in Google or something? GitHub also have pipelines. It's called GitHub Actions. And GitLab, there is something called GitLab, just like GitHub. It's also have pipelines. And similar to Jenkins, there are multiple tools. VCS, TeamCity, so many are there. So those also have pipelines. So everything nowadays, providing these options. See, Actions is the one with pipelines. These are all the examples. I mean, you can write in it. You can create by yourself. That's okay. So people use any out of all these things, people use any of these. Majorly Jenkins. The second major nowadays it's coming is GitHub Actions. I'm seeing it a lot of because it's easy to use. Similar to Jenkins, it's easy to use, easy to maintain. With Jenkins, since people are using it so long back, so they kind of habituated for it. That's it. Soon maybe I don't know. Soon maybe Jenkins will go. So yeah, so that also. Yeah, that's okay. I don't want to say all these things, but yeah, Majority market still people uses Jenkins. Don't worry about all those things. So yeah, is it clear? Any doubts so far before closing it? Don't just stop. Sorry, yeah. Someone saying
Yeah, bro. So as far as we say, described script, right?
which
The
one?
another one is also similar kind of syntax, or it's a different one.
As of now, I shown declarative
You have shown two type of script, right?
scripted,
Yeah,
little different.
declarative pipeline.
Let's go to our
Scripted
syntax
pipeline
first.
also similar syntax.
So here, this is our syntax, right? I mean, I never use scripted, but I'm just saying. I mean, I seen it the syntax, so that's why I got no some things. Let's okay, it's loading. Sample scripted pipeline examples. Not I mean Jenkins. Let's go to maybe this. Glazemeter. So this is how, as an example, it looks like. It's more like programming language thing. If you observe, this is the sample one. There is no steps. If you observe, there is no agent. There is no pipeline. See, just stage is there, and in the stage we're writing the task. Correct? See, stage. This is more like as I told you, right? It looks more like a groovy. Let me go to another example. He's showing all these things. That's yeah, like this as an example. See, it's more like how to say is this scripted pipeline looks like more like a groovy language. I mean, more we'll be using this language parameters or options, whatever advantages. We'll be using more here. The language syntax will be using more, but in declarative, instead of huddling with all those things, let's say for someone I don't know programming, but if I know, if I see the scripting, I may be a little difficult to understand. It will may takes few time some time, but finally we'll understand it, but it will take some time. But if you see here, it's predefined it's like a template, right? It's like a template. Stage, pipeline open, agent open, stage, stages open, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. It's like a predefined template which we whatever we have here, correct? So that's the difference. I mean, this is the syntax of the common syntax of scripted pipeline. Do people use scripted pipeline? Yes, people use it. Majorly nowadays, it's not nowadays. Since the beginning of my career, it's been 7 years or 8 years. I'm using declarative and I never use scripted so far. It depends on the organization, depends on what they want to use. Some people use scripted, some are comfortable with scripted because they might be Java developers who are working on the programming language for almost 10, 15 years. This is easy for them. But for some, it's different. Something like that. But script, I mean, declarative is fine. I mean, there is nothing like, no one uses declarative like that. The majority people use declarative. So, yeah. So, is it okay? Any other doubts? Anyone?
Yes.
Anything? Someone saying something? All right. If
Nothing,
nothing,
Alva.
so we'll meet tomorrow same time. Jenkins will close by Saturday. So tomorrow pipeline will be closed on Friday. Sorry, on Saturday. Sorry, today. What is it? Wednesday, right? Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. By Saturday, we'll close Jenkins. From Monday, we'll start another topic. Do practice it. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day, and yeah, we'll meet tomorrow same time. Bye.